Hey guys, hope you're doing well. It's John Fallis here. This is going to be way different than any other video that I've ever done. As you probably know or don't know, we have Hurricane Milton coming down to Tampa, Florida, where I live. They say the cone of uncertainty is between Naples and Tampa, Orlando area. It was Category 3. Well, first it was start out as a Category 3, and then it jumped to a Category 1, I'm sorry. Then it jumped to a Category 3, then a 4, and then a 5, and it had sustained mile per hour winds of 180 miles per hour. As of right now, as of this recording, I think it's kind of been downgraded back to a Category 4, as the eye wall is doing what's called the eye wall replacement. They say it should come here as a Category 3. The last time Tampa has had a direct hit from a major hurricane was the Tarpon Springs hurricane, way before they started naming these storms, and that was in 1921. And that was a mess, and it took about 15 years to be fully rebuilt or whatnot. So yeah, this is, as you know, on this channel I tend to do a lot of audio game playthroughs. I tend to do a lot of video game cover songs, if you will. Unfortunately, I'm saying this as my possible farewell video. If things are as bad as I think they are, I may lose everything. I get it, it's just stuff. It's just possessions, it could be replaced. But how likely is that going to happen? Probably not likely at all. So I leave you with this. And question for you, and that is, do you know where you would go if you were going to die? The thing is, all of us have broken, and we talk about the 10 Commandments, or you've probably heard of the 10 Commandments, and things thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not commit murder in your heart, thou shalt not covet, etc. Honor your father and mother, thou shalt not bear false witness. Let's be honest. If we can be honest, at least all of us have broken at least one of those 10 commandments in our lifetime, at least once. We've lied. We've taken some that doesn't belong to us, even if it's maybe a pen or whatnot. We've looked after the opposite sex with lust. We've had murder in our hearts. Jesus said that if you hate somebody, you commit murder in your heart already. And I'm guilty. I'm a fellow sinner here trying to help others here. And the bad news about that is that if we were to die, hang on, this is okay. The bad news is that if we were to die in that state, if you were to die in that state, you would go to one of two places, either heaven or hell. And unfortunately, according to God's law, the wages of sin is death. All have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. And the wages, unfortunately, is death, and that means that we would rightly and justly go to a very real place that the Bible calls hell, where the fire is never quenched, the biting worm never dies, constant weeping, gnashing of teeth, a very dark place, horrible place, and you don't want to be there. Yet, at the same time, and I don't know how this all works, Yet God is not willing that that people should not perish, but all come to repentance. But unfortunately, that expiration date may expire sooner or later. I don't know. And so, with that said, God sent His perfect only one man lived a perfect life. He sent His Son Jesus Christ, who is the second person of the Trinity. I know that may be confusing. But He came and lived a perfect life, and He gave His life up. He died on the cross, shed His blood for you and for me, and He took the penalty, the wrath of God the Father that we all deserve. And yet, 3 days later, He rose back to life from the grave on the third day, as He said He would do. Because He's both fully God and fully man. And then He ascended to the right hand of God the Father, where He sits. One day He's coming back. And so, with that in mind, if you repent, it means to change your mind about who you are, about who God is, and admit that you're a sinner, and then put your faith and trust alone in Jesus Christ. It's not any good works or good things that you can do to save yourself, because you can't. None of us can. It's only trusting in the work alone and believing what Jesus Christ did on the cross. His death, burial, and resurrection are sufficient enough for your salvation. And if you do that, you'll have a new heart, and you'll have God's Holy Spirit to dwell inside you to help you. And then one day when you stand before God, He'll say to you, "Well done, good and faithful servant," and then you'll enter into heaven for eternity. It's about as clear as I can get. But I believe we're in the last of the last days. And with all this stuff going on, with the government doing what it's doing and whatnot, and with all these storms and whatnot, I believe that this is their way of their new world order. And I believe pretty soon the Bible talks about two beasts of Revelation chapter 13. The first and second beast. So go read that chapter, Revelation chapter 13. And I believe that we use the term Antichrist and false prophet. I do believe that pretty soon Satan himself might release his Antichrist beast along with his false prophet to deceive the whole world. That's what I believe. And with everything happening right now, I think everything is adding up. So put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ on the cross and what He did for you. And then, Lord willing, if you do that, I'll see you in heaven. I look forward to it. Okay, guys, like I said, there's a very, very good chance there may not be any more music coming out, any more cover songs or anything like that, or just fun stuff I like to do on here. So this is just my personal possible farewell video. Alright, guys, God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.